Hello and good morning. We are here at Oulton Park for the long-awaited track day, the first proper shakedown of this Supra. Really looking forward to seeing how it performs. As you can see, the floor's a little wet. Don't quite know how these NS2Rs, the Nankang NS2Rs, are going to fare in this slightly damp conditions, but hopefully it'll dry out throughout the rest of the day, so I'll just take it slow to begin with. The first task, however, is seeing if we can pass noise regs. Got my fingers crossed for that, so we'll find out. Hello guys. Right, here for noise testing, yeah?
3/4 of your revs, please.
Yeah.
Go 4, please.
4, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Alright.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. What was it, do you know?
What was it? 96.
Oh, spot on.
Yeah. Thanks very
I love
much.
that. Alright, nice one. I thought to go louder, I think. That's proof. Right, here we go. First lap. We've got Chrissy boy in the passenger seat. Give us a hello. Hello. Down in the wet weather. Offline. It's got to be really slow with everything. Well, first run done. It's wet, confirmed wet. It's really slippy getting into every corner and then out of the corner as well. You can probably see on the footage I went sideways a good few times. I mean, it's not really that great, is it? But hopefully the track will dry out a little bit. As I said, the only time I've ever been around a track in it is around Anglesey, but that was back when it was on its standard 16-inch wheels with Toyo. My hair's everywhere, sorry. Standard 16-inch wheels with Toyo Proxy T1R tyres, so not very good tyres. And it felt a bit sort of boaty going around Anglesey. I remember feeling like it was at its limit all the time, and then you push it and then it would find a new limit. So it was a weird kind of situation back then. And I think it's just because of the high profile tyres. It had a lot of sort of sponge to it, a lot of kind of body roll. It's still on standard suspension, but yeah, these tyres are obviously a bit more lower profile. I don't even know what they are actually off the top of my head. They are 265 35 18s. Yeah, so in the dry they should dominate, but yeah, in the wet not so great. But anyway, we keep persevering. Hopefully the track will dry out a little bit and we'll really be able to test the limits. So I've done one more run. It's still really wet, so I've just come up on the pit wall just to have a look at a few of the cars. The induction noise on that thing sounds great. This thing's really quiet, unfortunately, but the Escort behind it sounds great. Brilliant.
absolutely smashed it into the barrier.
So me and Matt are going to do a little walk around all the cars. God, my hair is horrendous. God. I mean, whatever. We're going to do a walk around all the little cars that are here. Very, very nice with very, very nice wheels. C500 Lexus. Quite a nice shape, actually. Got VX220s and Elise. This thing sounds unbelievably good, as they always do. So I haven't seen this thing go out. Very nice. What is it? Exige? I never know the difference between Exige and Elise. Whatever it is, it's bloody nice. And this is the unfortunate Civic. It looks like it just needs a new, well, the bumper sorting, doesn't it? But then, oh no, that's fine.
It's not straight.
Yeah, that's not quite straight, is it? No. Not buff out. Probably.
That exhaust went there.
Oh god, yeah.
It would get on track.
Interesting to see how the Tesla would do. Fair play to the guy going around in his Aston. Yeah, Cayman R, that is nice. This is the Civic that sounds unbelievably nice. Steve-O. I wonder if it's the real Steve-O. Quite a few of these GR Yaris, isn't there? Yeah. They're mint. I think it's going around quite well. The MG. Chasing me down earlier. My boys in the TTs with the huge wings. Zoom out to get it in. That's Jimmy 7 Matt's TT. A good amount of cars, obviously some out on track again now, lunch break's over. So let's go back out, hopefully there's a bit more of a dry line and we'll see how it goes. Just going to take the air filters off. I put some air filters on, I'm going to take them back off again. So these are the Ram filters, Ram air filters that I got. They fit quite well actually. They're the holes are technically too small, but I just stretched it over.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah, and they actually stay on. We'll take them off. There we go. Take them off and see what kind of noises we can get. Beautiful. These puppies can sing. Just taking it off. Just noticed it's ripped. Oh dear. Might have to buy another one and maybe not run them round the track as I'm battering it round. It's probably a silly idea, wasn't it? That's a lot more like it. Yeah, just been round. There's a nice dry line. Basically the whole track actually itself is quite dry, and it feels so much better than it did last time. Really start to feel, you know, where the car's limits are, where I can push it, where I can't. It steps out like 1 or 2 places around the track, but mostly I could really push it then, which is great. The brakes are getting obviously a lot hotter. now because I'm coming in at a much higher entry speed, corner entry speed, so yeah, the brakes are working a lot harder, but yeah, much happier. So we are going for a little drive in the TT with Matthew. So I've just been out in Matt's car, and yeah, it's great. It's really good. It's quick, feels quicker than the Supra for sure, and grips really well. Just puts up with a lot of abuse, which is kind of what you want. Yeah, I think it's a good little car. That does put the Supra to shame, unfortunately, around a track like this, but it's not quite as cool, let's be honest. You have to excuse the helmet hair, but that felt like a much better run. I got past the TT, got past the GT86, the Fiesta, various cars that probably this car should be getting past anyway. But yeah, felt much more positive about that. So we're getting there. Steve-O go past. That thing's so quick.
Yeah, he's been flying around, he has.
Oh yeah, it scrubs, ignore that. It's really bad on the banked corner.
Holy fucking shit, that sounds good.
Does sound good, So there we go, day over. We tried to get back out on track just before it closed, but we didn't make it. It's 4 PM, so they've closed the track. What a day that was. It was great. It was really good to be able to properly shake down the car. The morning was a little bit scary with those NS2R tyres and the wet weather. You can probably see in the footage it did struggle a bit. But in general, the day was great. After lunch, the car was phenomenal. You know, just that sound when you really go flat out, you're really pushing it. Oh, it sounds just fantastic. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. I hope the sound comes across well on the GoPro. I imagine it probably won't. It probably won't do it justice, but yeah, I mean, it is phenomenal. It really is something that you have to sort of be in it to really appreciate. I think I'll probably avoid taking the Supra out again, you know, winter's times. It's just a little bit too ropey. If it rains, it just doesn't like it at all. So I'll probably take the Civic around in winter times and maybe treat the Supra to a track day every so often. The Civic is the much more capable car, let's be honest, around the track. The gearbox is much more suited. The tyres that I've got on it, the Goodyear Eagle F1s, they are much better, you know, in the wet if it does rain. So I think I will probably only take the Supra out on special occasions. The only thing I'd like to change is probably the brakes. They weren't as bad as I expected. They were really poor around Anglesey last time I was there. They kept getting cooked really easily. I think, to be honest, my driving ability's probably just improved since then, because I didn't have as much of a problem this time. But the actual braking capability of it is just not quite up to scratch. But that's fine. That's something that can be changed if and when. But as I said, I'll probably end up taking the Civic more often out to track days anyway, so it's not the end of the world. All in all, really happy with how she did, and yeah, I'll see you for the next video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. If you don't, then don't bother, and I'll see you soon.